We, this week, well, with the help of the builders, of course, have reached a major milestone. Not just any milestone, a fairly important one in the rebuilding of the barn. Namely, that the roof is finished. The roof is back on and finished. So it's beginning to look quite nice. It's the 2nd of December. Don't let the bright blue sky sunshine fool you. We are beginning to get into winter, and we had a fairly heavy frost last night, so we're still hopeful, although it's a bit later than we thought. We're still hopeful that we're going to be able to get the windows on or in and the doors, and at least have the upper floor ready with a wood burning stove, possibly a kitchen, before it snows or there's a storm, or because it's beginning to get a little bit uncomfortable in the caravan. Here we are. So, traditional style roof, still things to finish off, of course, but all the tiles are on, it's all fixed, all firmly in place. There's still an annex to go on here, which is going to be the entranceway and the stairs up to the 2nd floor, or between the 2nd and the 1st floor, between the bedrooms and the sitting room kitchen. Of course, the kitchen and the sitting room are on the 1st floor. You can see the traditional style of roofing here with the stone wall. Just see, I don't know if we can get a view of it. I don't know if we can see from here the view of the roof. No, we can't. So we'll just have a quick butcher's inside. Originally, we had planned to have the kitchen on the right hand side as you go in, and the lounge diner on the left. This is going to be a doorway and a window, so it's a second way in, because this here is a kind of parking area for the main house, so this could become the main way we come in. So originally we planned to put in the doors, the windows, configured it all thinking that the kitchen was going to go there, but because of where the windows are and the wall space, the windows and the doors, we decided it was going to be better to have the sitting room area there and put the kitchen here. But now it's quite complicated with that window, with that door, that window. This is a passageway. It doesn't leave us much space for kitchen furniture. We're still trying to work out exactly how to do it. This is what it looks like on the inside, all wood. The brick will be rendered. We'll have that as white. This also has to be repointed, of course. We've got to finish cleaning this and repoint it. But this will stay as stone, and then that rendered, and then the wooden roof. We got fabulous views out of the windows. is what we're aiming for. It's a quadruple aspect, I suppose you would say. Now, we were thinking about a wood burning stove. We're going to have underfloor heating, and we'd seen a wood burning stove that will also heat the water for the underfloor heating. But then we found an Aga, essentially, or it's not that brand, but it's the same thing, and that made sense because we depended on solar, and in the winter, when you most need it, you have less production. So it would be handy, as we've got no gas, to not have to rely on an electric oven and electric hot plates for cooking. So the stove, the Aga style stove, would solve that problem. It works as a stove, it's got an oven, and it does the heating. But we're really struggling to fit everything in this space here. We'll come up with a solution. Just wanted, really, these are the tiles that were left over. These were the original tiles that were on there. They've gone back on the roof. These were left over, which will be great for when we come to the main building. They're left over because we put new tiles, roof tiles, in where you can't see them underneath, in the channel, which runs off. They call it a river here, but I'm not sure the technical term for that in English. Just try and get a view of it from here. These are the beams that were in there that have all come out, and some of the planks from the old roof. That's going to be our firewood probably for this winter. You can begin to see the roof there. There we are. There we are. So that is a milestone. It's the only, in principle, watertight roof covering that we have on the whole property. It can still come in through the window spaces and the doors at the moment, but at least that's on. Things should move ahead really quickly now. The electrician was here last week measuring up, and the plumber. So hopefully next week things will really start taking shape. We're really struggling to get supplies. It's so difficult. Everything seems to be so difficult these days. It's always just made to order. Nobody holds any stocks, either shops or manufacturers. They'll just make to order. Didn't used to be that way. It's terrible. It's so difficult. So you've got a 2 or 3 month wait for everything. So we don't know if we'll be able to get the wood burning stove in. We don't know if we'll be able to get the tiles, and we don't know if we'll be able to get the kitchen. But let's see. Fingers crossed. Certainly before Christmas we'll try. That gives us about 3 weeks. I don't know if it'll be possible. If any one of them is possible, then that'll be great. So that's where we are. I'll give us in further updates as we progress with the build inside.